Business intelligence is simply the process of using data to make better business decisions. Instead of guessing, companies use data to understand what is really happening and what actions they should take next. You can think of BI as a superpower for managers. It helps them clearly see what is working well, what is not working, and where there are opportunities to improve the business. This is done using BI systems, which are software tools that collect data, analyze it, and present it in an easy to understand form, such as dashboards, charts, or reports. To understand the BI, we must also know four important terms. First is data. Data is raw facts and numbers, like sales figures or customer ages. Second is information. This is data that has been organized or processed, such as total sales by months. Third is insight. Insight is the aha moment when we find the patterns or trends, for example, realizing that sales increase during holiday seasons. Finally, actionable intelligence means using those insights to make a real business decision, such as increasing inventory before the holidays. So business intelligence connects data all the way to action. Now let's talk about how business intelligence actually creates insights. The journey begins with an important first step called descriptive analytics. Descriptive analytics focuses on looking at historical data, meaning data from the past. The goal is not to predict the future yet, but to clearly understand what has already happened. It answers a very basic but important question: what has already happened? For example, how many products were sold last month, which region had the highest sales, or how revenue has changed over time. By summarizing and organizing past data, descriptive analytics helps businesses understand their performance before deciding what to do next. For a business intelligence system to give accurate and useful insights, the data used must be high quality. This means the data needs to be clean, consistent, and well prepared. If the data is messy or incomplete, the results can be misleading, even if the analysis tools are very advanced. Data preparation is the important work done before any analysis, and it can be explained using three main steps. The first step is data profiling. This is about understanding the data, checking what data exists, and identifying problems such as missing values or unusual numbers. The second step is data cleansing and transformation. This involves fixing errors, removing duplicates, and changing the data into a format that is suitable for analysis. The final step is data integration. This means combining data from different sources, such as sales systems and customer databases, into one complete dataset. Together, these steps ensure the data is ready and reliable, allowing BI tools to produce meaningful insights. Business intelligence systems are software tools that analysts use to turn data into clear and useful visualizations. These tools are designed to be user-friendly. Instead of writing complex code, users can drag and drop data to create charts, graphs, and interactive dashboards. Visualizations make data easier to understand, helping people quickly see patterns, trends, and comparisons. Because of this simplicity, even users without strong technical skills can explore data and gain insights. Two of the most widely used BI tools in the business world are Tableau and Power BI, both of which are commonly used by companies to support data-driven decision-making. After an analysis is completed, the results need to be shared so others can understand and use them. The two most common ways to share analysis results are reports and dashboards. A report is a static written document. It usually contains text, tables, and charts, and it explains findings in detail. Reports are useful when a thorough explanation is needed, such as for management reviews or formal documentation. A dashboard, on the other hand, is more visual. It displays the most important data on a single screen and focuses on key metrics. Dashboards provide a quick overview of performance and are designed to be interactive. Users can click on charts to filter data, sort information, or drill down to see more details. In short, reports are best for detailed explanations, while dashboards are best for quick, real-time insights. In business intelligence, insights are built step by step using different types of analytics. There are four main types, and each one answers a different business question: descriptive analytic, diagnostic analytics, predictive analytics. Prescriptive analytics. The first type is descriptive analytics, which focuses on understanding the past. It answers the question, what happened? Examples include sales reports, summaries, and charts that show historical performance. The second type is diagnostic analytics, which looks deeper into the past to understand reasons. It answers the question, why did it happen? For example, identifying why sales dropped in a certain month or why customer complaints increased. The third type is predictive analytics, which uses data to look ahead. It answers the question, what will happen? This could involve forecasting future sales or predicting customer behavior based on past patterns. The final type is prescriptive analytics, which focuses on action. It answers the question, what should we do? This type suggests the best decision or action to take, such as setting prices or planning promotions. Together, these four types of analytics help businesses move from understanding the past to making smarter decisions for the future. For more complex data projects, having a clear and structured approach is very important to achieve good results. One of the most widely used frameworks in business intelligence and data analysis is called CRISP-DM, which stands for Cross-Industry Standard Process for Data Mining. CRISP-DM can be thought of as a proven six-step recipe that guides a project from the initial business idea all the way to the final solution. It helps make sure that no important steps are skipped along the way. Although the steps are usually shown in a sequence, the CRISP-DM process is not linear. It is highly iterative and cyclical. For example, results found during the evaluation stage may reveal issues with the data, which means going back to improve data preparation. This back and forth process is very common in real BI projects. Overall, CRISP-DM provides a practical and flexible structure for turning business problems into data-driven solutions. CRISP-DM consists of 6 phases that guide a data project from start to finish. The first part focuses on building a strong foundation. These early phases are about clearly understanding the business problem and preparing the data before doing any advanced analysis. The first phase is business understanding. This is a very important step where the goal is clearly defined from a business point of view. It involves talking to stakeholders, understanding the process, setting clear objectives, and deciding what a successful outcome looks like. The second phase is data understanding. At this stage, the initial data is collected and explored. Descriptive analytics techniques are used to examine the data, check its quality, and identify basic patterns or issues. Together, these phases ensure that the analysis starts with the right problem and the right data, setting a strong foundation for the later stages of CRISP-DM. The next phase in CRISP-DM is data preparation, which completes the foundation stage of the methodology. This phase focuses on getting the data ready for analysis and modeling. In practice, data is rarely perfect when it is first collected, so some work is always needed before it can be used effectively. Data preparation includes data cleaning, where errors, missing values, and duplicates are fixed or removed. It also involves data transformation, such as changing formats, combining variables, or standardizing values so the data can be analyzed properly. Another key activity is feature engineering, which means creating new variables from existing data to better represent the problem. The next part of CRISP-DM focuses on taking action, where solutions are built, tested, and refined. The fourth phase is modeling. In this phase, different modeling techniques or algorithms are selected and applied to the prepared data. The goal is to build a model that directly addresses the business objective defined earlier. Once a model is created, it moves to the evaluation phase here. The model is carefully tested to check whether it is accurate and useful. Key questions are asked whether the model works well on new unseen data and whether it truly solves the original business problem. Evaluation is critical because a technically good model is not enough. It must also meet real business goals before it can be delivered and used. The final phase of CRISP DM is deployment, where the solution is delivered to the business users. At this stage, the work is turned into something practical that people can actually use to support decisions. Deployment does not always mean building a complex system. In many cases, it can be as simple as creating a final report, setting up an automated dashboard for regular monitoring, or presenting key insights to management. In more advanced cases, deployment may involve integrating a model into an existing system, such as a company website, mobile app, or internal business system. The key idea is that the analysis only creates value when it is successfully delivered and used in real business situations.